Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today, well, it's not an unboxing video, but I did just return home from purchasing a new watch, and this is it here. So I guess this will be a first impressions video. I've wanted this watch for a long time. Actually, it's been on my list of watch purchases. Yeah, I had opportunity to buy it used a few times, just never did. So I actually purchased this from the AD. This is the most expensive watch I've ever purchased from an AD. So have it here on wrist. Actually met a few friends out at the store today, and was trying on some different watches. What I really wanted to get was the Black Bay 36 with the fixed bezel. It'd be similar to this watch here, but in trying it on wrist, um, I just finally come to the conclusion that 36 is it's just too small for me personally. I think it works okay on my wrist. It's just too small. For I think I paid $300 for this watch. For a watch like this, it's fine. It's fun to play around with, but for a more expensive watch, I want something that I'll really be happy with the size on. On camera, it looks okay, but in person, it looks too small. So anyway, I tried on a Black Bay 36, too small in my opinion. Then I tried on a Black Bay 41, and that just seemed too big with the fixed bezel and the large dial on my wrist. I have a Stova Marine Original 42 millimeter, but same thing. It's all dial. It just looks huge on my wrist. So now that's too big. And then Craig was there, and he says, "Well, why don't you try on the I forgot what it's called. I think it's a Black Bay 41 or the original Tudor Black Bay diver. It looks like the same case as the Black Bay 41." A little bit taller, but anyway, I put that one on wrist. I said, "No, it still seems a little bit too big to me." I was talking to the sales lady, and then sales manager tapped me on the shoulder and says, "Hey, I have a Black Bay 58 in the back," because I had texted him before about maybe getting a Black Bay 58. He's like, "Yeah, it just came in. Let me bring it out." So he brings it out, and it was this one here. Obviously, I checked it out. I said, "Yeah, man, I really like this watch, but I'm trying to sell watches right now, which is true. I'm trying to sell some stuff to make room for a Cartier Santos is what I had wanted. Also working with the sales manager on that. But anyway, so I said, no, I can't do it. So I left. Talked. My wife and kids were with me at the mall. We were doing different stuff. But anyway, so I mentioned it to my wife and said, yeah, I kind of want this watch, but it's a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. She says, if you want it, just go get it. I'm like, what? So I called up the manager and said, hey, I'm coming back in. I'm going to buy that watch. So I don't know. I walked out of the store, then I walked back in and I bought it. But another funny thing is when I had this watch on wrist trying it on, both Craig and Rob are there, like on each of my shoulders, and they're both saying, that's a good looking watch. It looks great on you. You should buy it. And normally it's in your conscience, it's like a guy in a white suit and a guy in a black suit. The guy in the white suit saying, no, don't do it. And the guy in the black suit saying, just do it, just do it. So anyway, both Rob and Craig were just telling me to buy it. So we all walked out together, and I went back in by myself, and I bought this watch. So this, if you're still here after all my rambling, this is the Tudor Black Bay 58, 39 millimeter case size. I think this is a great watch. I'm happy that I picked it up. As a female end links, it's nice and thin. I don't exactly remember how thin it is. I looked up all this stuff a while ago when it first came out, and yeah, I never really thought I would have one, but I do today. Big purchase from the AD. No discount on these. They're very hard to come by at the moment, so I just out of my usual, I just bought it. So I'm still kind of surprised I did that, but I have it here, and we'll need to be selling off some other watches and stuff, but I have it. So I also have my name on a waiting list for an Explorer 36 millimeter. Yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. I can't do an Explorer 36 because it's, like I said, it's too small, especially if I'm going to spend, what is it, $6,350. I really wanted that Explorer 39. This here, Traska, is, I think it's 38 and a half. I had it to sell, Explorer 39, but I sold that a while ago. And this would be a stand-in for the 36 millimeter Explorer. I really like a 38, 39 millimeter case size. 40 is pretty good too. But also I have my SKX 42, which I don't mind either. So I like this case size. I'll throw the other one on wrist and close out the video with the Black Bay. Maybe we'll zoom in on that. Kind of a random rambling video, but I was texting another friend of mine, and he asked if I was going to do a video, and I wasn't really thinking about doing one, but hey, thanks for the inspiration. Just figured we'd do a quick video here, just to kind of talk about my purchase experience and my thought process. So anyway, 36. Yeah, I think it's too small, but I may change my mind tomorrow. Who knows? So I would like to know your thoughts on what Rolex I should be pursuing. I think the OP36, Datejust 36, and the new Explorer 36 is too small, but any of the 41s I feel are too big. The Milgauss and the Air King are 40s, but I really don't care for either of those two watches. So now I'm thinking Submariner. Yeah, I think I want to get a Submariner. I've wanted one before, but I'm thinking no date Submariner versus the date. The no date Submariner is what was the first original Submariner, the no date. And whenever I think of Rolex, I usually either think Datejust or I think Datejust or Submariner. So I think it'll be a Submariner. Although I do like the 36 millimeter Datejust. The clasp action on this is very nice. I don't think it's it's not any tricky geometry. It's just the ceramic ball bearings in here. I know the Rolex, they have like this part is on a hinge or something, and it has some kind of geometry to it. But this one here is just a pretty simple fold over safety clasp, no dual pusher deployants or anything like that. But this thing is not coming out. Nice and rock solid. Very easy to open, nice and smooth. Not much on the clasp as far as a logo, just a little Tudor up there. And of course on the dial here, get the shield. And then the crown, we have the, what's it called? The Tudor Rose, I think. A little bit of text on the dial. It's a tad bit busy, but also they had the blue one in stock as well, just on the elastic strap. But I actually prefer the gilt in the black version more than the blue one. This just reminds me of a vintage watch. It has a vintage styling, the crystal aluminum bezel insert, and the gilt looks a little more fitting to this watch for me. One thing I don't really care for is the fake riveted bracelet, but they don't stick out that far, so it's fairly unobtrusive. It does have this kind of a staggered taper, but it works. Again, fitting in with that vintage styling, the vintage theme. And here on the crown is I believe that's the Tudor Rose. I like that. I like that logo. I wish it would be on the dial, but the shield works good too. So anyway, let me know what you think of the Tudor Black Bay 58. I think it's a great fit for my wrist. Now I need to clear out quite a bit of the collection. I think I'm going to sell off most of my Zelos here. So anyway, that will do it. I think I've rambled on for long enough. As always, thank you for the time, and thank you for watching.